Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, who are joining me in tonight's walk. Welcome to Knightangels, Nightwalkers. Today we're going to take in a couple of things locally. So we're heading down to the 40 bus stop. And then from there, we're going to take the 40 out to the foot of the Goethals Bridge. Hopefully, we'll get some questions while we're down there. Because according to their pamphlet, they said the Goethals Bridge is open 24 hours. So I want to head out there to see if it's true or not. And then I'll come back to you. Come along on our journey and we'll see what we get into today. See if we can find something interesting. If not, it was just another day out. Today is just breezy, little chilly, breezy, and I'm going to enjoy it. So, welcome and come along on this amazing journey. Enjoy the nightlife and this scenery. Because today, we were supposed to get ready for our move, which was for October 10th, but now it's delayed until further notice. That will be our next video later on. And I am deeply sorry if I keep on changing directions. It's because that it takes too long editing, cutting this stuff out. So we try to do the best I can with camera angles by turning it around. So enjoy the walk. It's well lit down there, so let's do this. We'll set the phone to the transit app and see if we can find some sidewalks. All right. The 40 is supposed to be the longest route that's running all night. If we get stuck to that part of the island, then we're screwed, because then it's a long walk back. But you do have the 48 though. Alright, so 48 runs all night. Okay. $42. Here's Stop and Store. The bus stop is right here. Said the 40's coming in 21 minutes. That's so wow. It's like totally dark down here. Um, wow. Where's the bus stop? That's edited. That's getting edited out. All right, the bus stop is right here. All right. Six to 10. And it's out. It's a little bit after 10 now. All right, here we are at bus stop code 200065, waiting for the 40. I haven't took the 40 in a while. So each sign on the park, heritage. Each sign on the park is usually written before the park entrance. This sign is stating that this park is only open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Usually, I try not to take advantage of that, but if the bus comes, I just use my camera to flag it down. But you know what? We'll stay here. We'll ride it out to Port Ivory or to the foot of the bridge. So in case we don't go over the bridge, we'll make it out to Port Ivory. It's a fun little walk. And wow, that building's been vacant for like so many years. It stood vacant for so many years. But look at it. This is like the historical building in years, because come to think of it, when I was a kid, I used to walk past here all the time. I usually walk up and down Van Street too. Me and my cousins, we used to hang out here. And we used to have a field day. And I see the traffic light is out. Nope. Do we got a traffic light here? Well, I see it's lit. It's not well lit, but it's lit. I mean, I see it's lit, but it's not well lit. But I better stop with the buts. Well, anywho, like I said, I could cut this out. Well, anywho, we're waiting for the 40, and we're going to take it to the end of the line. And from there, we're going to explore. But we got a long stretch of road. It looked like we just missed it. So it's like, it looked like we just missed it because the next one comes in 12 minutes. Monday's a holiday. I guess I wasn't the only one with the idea. This is the reason why I brought my camera too, so it's just like, but you know what's funny about nighttime? What's funny about the night is it brings out the strangest people. I don't know. How does that boat have power when it's adrift? Now, how far is the bus stop? Because we're not. We'll walk around this way and then we go back to Manus Harbor. Because it seems like it goes down Arlington. It goes up South Avenue still. Goes down Forest Avenue and then hits Goethals Road North. So the last stop should be, it used to be Goethals Road North, but then they extended the line. Well, we have the 40 leaving the ferry now. It says it's supposed to be up here in 11 minutes. While I'm on the bus, I'm going to terminate my recording and then usually people pick parks for makeout sections. And there's a 40 there. Yeah, they're leaving. Let me see if it goes back the same way. Yeah, it goes back the same way. down South Avenue. So we could catch this bus on South Avenue. So it's a long ass walk to South Avenue, but we could catch the bus back on South Avenue in Richmond Terrace. Wow, the police are like really working overtime tonight. So let me think this through. When we head out to the foot of the bridge, we'll probably get there before midnight. Or what I can do is cancel it tonight, erase the footage that I just have, and then do it on Sunday. But Sunday, it's kind of like a hit and miss. Usually what I do is I walk around neighborhoods. I don't wait for the bus. Wow, something's going on, because we have 2 units before them. We don't have to worry about finding restrooms because it's after hours. But I'm wearing darker colors, so evidently I haven't been on the 40 in God knows how long. Well, when I used to live in the Markham homes, the 40 used to be my bus of choice back then when I used to live in the Markham homes. But there you see from Highline Park, you see Jersey right there. That's the industrial part of Jersey. There you have the sign for the Goethals Bridge. Technically it's supposed to be dangerous to travel at night, but I'm challenging it. I don't know what I might encounter while I'm out there, because Staten Island is rough as it is. Not that I'm saying that it's rough in certain areas, because certain areas are quiet, and it's 2 stops away. All right, so I'm going to terminate the camera. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We just got off the 40, and we're right by the foot of the Goethals Bridge. Now, I'm going to go over there and check the sign, and if the sign says we can't cross, we can't cross. But I got another idea. So maybe we can find out from sources if this thing is open. But here we are on Goethals Road, walking past Port Authority. As you can see, we got the we're in a area where we're surrounded by Port Authority police. because I think we're approaching the entrance here, because there was to be, the entrance is there. This is the pedestrian walkway here, and to get onto the pedestrian walkway is right over there. But I'm going to take a walk about a half a meter down and find out if it's closed or not, because I know you're supposed to start there, because they got pedestrian signs there. Let's see. They got pedestrian signs right there for no crossing. Sidewalk open. Okay. That answers my question. Alright, the sidewalk is open. So let's get out of this fucking street and make this shit happen. Welcome back. We're here at the foot of the Goethals Bridge, and as you can see, it says that the path is open. You can see that right there, but because if we get stuck in Jersey, there could be dire consequences. This walk would take about an hour and a half to walk the span from side to side, and we're starting on, actually it's a funny story, we're starting in an old place. So if we get stuck on the other side, we'll Uber it across. But we have to see where this goes from here. Hopefully I'm not the only one that's up here. I mean, but I am not going to go back because of that. But here, I used to, but you know what? There's where I used to work, Coca-Cola, and this is the pedestrian part. So I don't want to get stuck on the bridge and get nailed for trespassing. Bad enough, Port Authority does run the bridges, and this is like the most part of the bridge I haven't tackled yet. But by the looks of it, it looks like it hasn't been locked. So we might luck out today. Who knows? So I had a script written out for it today, but it's locked in my computer. The information about this bridge goes way back, but I don't know the history of this bridge. Basically, I really do, but I'm going to need my cheat sheet to get more information about it. This bridge is the longest bridge on this side of the island. It takes about an hour and a half to walk the span from side to side. So I'd driven over this bridge right after it was built. But it's kind of nice. It's a peaceful walk, and I like it. Now, if they wouldn't allow us on the bridge at night, especially after midnight, they would have locked everything up. But sometimes you want to run caution with the wind in case something does happen. We don't want it to get tied up with any charges like how would you say, we don't want to get tied up with charges like trespassing, because it's 10 minutes to 12 and we're up here taking in the sights in the middle of the night. But this is only a test walk. I don't see anybody else up here but me. But sorry if I keep on switching the camera back and forth, because it's only me. If I had another person with me, it'll be a different story. But here you got you have the Staten Island port, which is Holland Port, and it's the biggest one on Staten Island. So I gotta edit that out. I always put on the camera at the right time, right? When I let the bodily fluids out. So, if not, we're stuck in Jersey until 6 in the morning. Well, wow. What of you? Now, we'll take a moment because we're looking over this and we got a great shot of the Kilvan Col. Wake up, this is not the Bayonne Bridge, this is the Goethals Bridge. We're getting in great shots of the Goethals Bridge, especially at night. It's fascinating and I'm enjoying it. It is still Wednesday, but we're looking into Thursday morning. The weather's quite chilly, but we got moderate traffic here, and as you see it, we're leaving a portion of Staten Island because the lakefront, the waterfront is down there. Now, let's get into specifics. When I was in my early 20s, and I'll be entering on my 18th birthday, I wanted a reason to drive across this bridge. Now, the Gothels Bridge wasn't like this. It was kind of like, I don't know how we say it, but it was more like, I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it. It had nothing but garters all around it. It looked like a monkey bar, put it this way, knitted together. But it was a bridge. Now, I went across that bridge, and I wanted a reason to get lost. So I decided to go over the Gothels Bridge, and then later on the Bayonne Bridge to go onto the side of Jersey to explore. Back then, I didn't have any cameras. Maybe we did, but they weren't video cameras at the time. My mother's boyfriend had the video cameras. Well, I was introduced to them because of my mother's boyfriend, God rest his soul. But we're on this bike path or pedestrian walkway to get to Elizabeth and Bayway Avenue. Once we get to Elizabeth and Bayway Avenue, we accomplished a goal there. Well, it's Bayway Avenue. Oh shit. It's Bayway Avenue in Elizabeth. And so, you know, back in the day, it was an old style of bridge. It was like it was like the outer bridge, and it's pretty exciting. There's the Arthur Kill Lift Bridge, and from my understanding, I only had one track going in and out of Jersey. That's what made me fall in love with the bridge. The way the old Gothel Bridge was, it matched the train bridge right over there. Now, if I sound like I'm out of breath, it's because I'm still on an incline. But you know what? It's great that I'm up here, because the minute I get across, I'm going to turn back around and go back to the bus stop. But look. Staten Island Port Terminal. Now the name got to me. Howland Hook Port Terminal. There's the Bayonne Bridge over there. Look how beautiful it is. Got the Bayonne Bridge over there. The train trestle over here. It's it is it's 1 minute after midnight. And we just made it to the middle of the bridge. Look at how beautiful this bridge is. Look how beautiful this bridge is. It's cable structure, but nothing beats the old bridge though. But I don't know how long it took me to get up here. It's 1 minute after 12. I'm already towards the middle of the span. Now, I messed up on is below us. This is the Knightangels River. Most ships come in to utilize the port over there. But I don't know why I keep on using butts a lot. I gotta get out of that. But look at it, the train bridge. I could feel, believe it or not, wow, look at that. Look at that structure. I mean, we can't even get any better than that. I'm glad to take part of this. I mean, it's great. There's the Gothel, I'm on the Gothels Bridge, I'm sorry. There's the Bayonne Bridge over there once again. The train bridge that has one track, goes in and out of Jersey, and overlooks the Knightangels. I probably butchered that a lot, but they put an indent in here. Look at this. This view is amazing. I need to hold on up. Wow. I'm like, yo, dude. Wow. And not even, all right, it's a little windy up here because we're in the middle of this, we're about to approach the middle of the span. And we are over the Knightangels. And you can see that there's road work being done on the bridge. You can smell the asphalt from that side. I guess they're doing some road work, but I'll meet with Port Authority on the other side. So back to my story. You can see the turnpike from there. The turnpike is over there. So that's the Kill Van Co. It's the Staten Island channel between Jersey and Staten Island. Very awesome. And this is probably the most exhilarating thing that I can have in my life. I gotta stop doing that because it's making me dizzy. So there you go. This should be the middle of the bridge. And there's a train break right there. See, that's the famous train bridge. Now to prove to you that we're in the middle of the span, There's Staten Island on the right, Howland Hook, and then that's the Jersey ports on the left. That's the Elizabeth shoreline, and that's the Staten Island shoreline. Now, as we approach the final pillar, whoa, that's a plane. Okay. Oh yeah, another tidbit. We're 15 minutes away from Newark International. There we go. Same thing as the Gothels. I'm on the damn bridge. Same thing as the Bayonne Bridge, but we have New Jersey that way, New York that way. We got to go back that way and catch the bus home. But there you got Port Authority over there, and it's a little bit after midnight, so and they got cameras everywhere, so it wouldn't make a difference. If we get stuck up here, then it's a problem. My climbing skills ain't good. I'm 52 years old, and my climbing skills are horrible. And next time when we get a chance to come out here, we're going to walk as far as we can walk down that way and then back. Right now this is only a test walk to see if I can handle it, but it seems like I'm doing good because it's a little short. If I'm talking loud, it's because the winds are crossing each direction. And the traffic is pretty noisy, especially this time of night. They got speed cams up there, or no, those are lights. Holy crap. Wow, look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that. That is the most beautiful thing I could ever see, especially on a bridge like this. The architecture has really paid off for this bridge. And it's wild. It's totally wild. Now we got that over there. We got factories over here. We got factories over here. This is what we're supposed to explore during our night walks. Now I deemed it feasible. I think we could do it. Totally. We come out here in the middle of the night and start doing this shit. But man, so back to the story. I took this bridge many of times, but not this exact bridge. I took this bridge when it looked like I-beams knitted together. That's all I can say. And I used to cross this bridge going to Great Adventure all the time, but this wasn't the actual bridge. There was the original Gothels Bridge that I went across. Oh. It was the original bridge that I went across. So I went over this bridge to go to Great Adventure. Now if the sign says sidewalk open, then it says sidewalk open. Now look at that. What scares me is this bridge vibrates a lot. I'm telling you. There's our target. New Jersey Turnpike, which we're not going to, which is 13A. There's stories about 13A, but that's coming back. This is 3A and 3BC. I got my ID on me anyway, so if I get stopped, I'm good. So I'm not doing anything wrong, and I'm not causing any mischief. So we're good there. But we understand laws. It's just, you got people out there that disrespect these laws. No, I'm not a YouTuber, but I'm planning on it if I have the right funding. I'm planning on doing YouTube shit, but I'm a nighttime explorer, a roller coaster enthusiast, and an adventurer. I don't know, but these things are exciting to me. Every time I went over this bridge, I could never read a billboard. I mean, I could never read a billboard. Now, D'Agostino law is back. And you're right. You gotta roll your windows up when you come into this part of Jersey. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I could never read the billboard, so when I was younger, I used to come across this bridge all the time, every weekend, to go to Six Flags. As I matured, I did this to go to a church function. Props to Christian Pentecostal Church. Not only that I'm doing these night walks, I'm doing these night walks as a firm believer in Christ, because as you know it, Jesus Christ never stayed in one spot. He always walked to where he needed to go. He never took the bus, he never took the train, but he did take a boat. But Jesus Christ did a lot for us. And this is the reason why I'm wearing this hat today. Firm believer in Jesus. Because God made everything wonderful. He gave us the ability to enjoy stuff like this. He gave us the ability to enjoy stuff like this. And he gave man the ability to build it. Not only to build it, but gave us the knowledge to build stuff like this, and how we dare not enjoy it. I mean, Christ did a lot for us. I wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for him. Well, my move out date been changed. So I was supposed to work tonight. And something in my spirit told me, go out and take a walk. What's the best place to do but over a pedestrian bridge? Over a bridge, walking down a pedestrian walkway. I mean, we gotta throw in some extra bonuses. Don't worry about that. So we're already on the Jersey side. You see, there's more of Jersey on this side than there is on the other side. So we just cleared Staten Island. Staten Island's out of view. We got the turnpike over there to our right. We got the lights of factories and everything else. In case of an emergency, we can make a call to Port Authority if we get stranded or stuck. Each mile and a half, there are cameras here. And the road work that is being done tonight is on that side of the bridge. So, like I said, there's a lot of things to enjoy that God put here and made. This was wonderfully made. There goes Bay Avenue right there. Let's see, Bay Avenue is right there. We just walked into Jersey about a minute ago. Now, be advised, all this is unscripted, and it is 17 minutes after midnight. 18 minutes after midnight, and we're slowly making our way to the approach. There, over here, when you drive your car, say to the left, it will spin you around into the turnpike, which is kind of awesome. Now, back to my story. I crossed this bridge again when I moved the kids to Florida. It was fun doing these road trips. I wish I could do these road trips again. It is fantastic. I mean, we are on approach to the overlooking the turnpike. So we're slowly entering Elizabeth. We're looking at billboards that we couldn't read because they were so damn fast. We kept on missing them. Like the golden poster there, and this poster right here, this billboard. Now, the reason why it smells so bad in this part of Jersey is we gotta take what's around us. There's fire coming out of that chimney. We gotta take what's around us, right? These are factories, oil companies, gas companies. These are the companies that is spoiling the atmosphere in Jersey. It's not Jersey. Jersey is beautiful. It's the atmosphere that we're putting into the air that's making it smell so bad. Because right now, as we just walked further into Jersey, the smell disappeared. So it's mostly around the bridge area. Now, here comes the fun part. We connect with Route 1 and 9. I should get a cup of coffee because there's a gas station right there. There's two of them. I should get a cup of coffee just to warm up a bit because it is chilly out. It's a cold kind of chilly. So here is the New Jersey Turnpike. Now, what's funny about this road is, again, we go back to our story, right? So, we're coming home from Florida. We just rented a car after we moved in the kids. And all of a sudden, we drive down this stretch of highway. We walk down this we drive down this stretch of highway to get to the bridge. All of a sudden, due to exhaustion, I passed out, but the car stood in control. So after getting tunnel vision for that length of time, I gained control of the vehicle, and we were able to get back to that toll plaza over there to get back into Jersey. Now, this is Turnpike I-95. Back of me, this is the I-95 Turnpike going north. And you see how dark it is, right? And this is I-95 south. You see how dark this expressway is? You cannot drive down this road by using your high beams. Fuck. You cannot drive down this road without using your high beams. But I mean, if you drive it on the turnpike, do not use your high beams. If you're driving down this road, do not use your high beams unless you have to. But safety first, I always say, and always be careful driving at night. So we took this bridge when this was constructed, we took this bridge going in and out of Staten Island all the time. Before this bridge was built, we had taken the old Goethals Bridge to Great Adventure, Dorney Park. I had taken it to Wildwood, Atlantic City. Now, when the new bridge was built, my first time over this bridge, and that's our mark right there. Right there. Elizabeth, New Jersey, Bayway Avenue. Bayway exit 3C. And there's a plane, boss. There's a plane. So now we just reached the Jersey side, and it's after midnight, so the gates are still open. Thank God for that. Like, now we're good. If I see that sign that says closed, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot, because I shouldn't be doing that. But yes. Here we are. Yeah, they shut the lights. They shut it off. All right, so now we find a place to go to the bathroom, and then we go back across. Wait, that's not the end of the bridge. The end of the bridge is right there. And here we are. Say hello to New Jersey. This shit's so beautiful, though. I'm editing that one out. Just leaving. Well, I'm using my natural resources. gas. But there's a bus going there. Now that we're over here, we can find a bus stop to get us back across. Well, we don't need to get back across, but we're here, and we're in Elizabeth, New Jersey, over here after midnight, and nobody didn't say anything. So what I'm going to do is look around, see where we are, and then that's it. And this gives us the now we're here, New Jersey. Wow. Now we're supposed to wait for something. All right, there's a crosswalk here. There's a, all right, this is Bayway. All right, so here we are again. All right. The Porta John is gone because there was a Porta John right here. Here we are. We made it to the Elizabeth side of Jersey where there's a park. You got these nice little cubes over here. The big bridge in the backdrop. And there you got it, man. We got it good. Now, I'm going to see if I can cross the street over here and so this whole thing is a park. I mean, it's desolate and everything else, but this is the best place to be right now. I'm going to turn back around, go back to that. Yeah, so this is the bike repair station. This is part of this is actually a park. We got cubes that are usually burnt out, but usually we will have to go to that traffic light. But I'm going to see if I could shortcut my way across, because we have to get across that bridge. The road's closed, so we got it good this time. Wow. Now, our time is now 31 minutes after midnight, and we just made it into Jersey. So it's awesome. So what we're going to do is get my coffee, go back around, and go back across to Staten Island. You see, it didn't even take that long to get out here. And it's funny because look at it. This is what I thought it was expected. This is what I expected to be when I came in here. When I saw it on the map, it looked more situated. Now, there's supposed to be stores here, and we're walking alongside Route 1 and 9. So usually it'll be busy this time, but we're walking here around night. We found ourselves a sidewalk, but it didn't really look like a sidewalk. Wow. We got a bowler market across the street. So that sounds good. Let me turn on my camera if I could get some light on the subject. Because now I have to walk into the street because the sidewalk cuts away. Alright, there's a Dunkin' right there. And here we are. This is where I stopped to get gas to go to Six Flags. Alright. I'm going to terminate this recording. Go in. And see if I can get some coffee. And then go across the bridge. Alright. Most of the businesses are closed out here because they close at a certain time. So we can't find a store. So we're gonna muscle our way back to the bridge and then go across. So here we are. We're in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and we're gonna make our way back to the bridge. And I think this is where I'll probably go for the train station. Over that way. All right. We'll go across the bridge. See, it's $3.17 out here. Wow, shit. There's no changes in prices. Regular cash, $3.17. Credit card, $3.27. Holy crap. All right, so but the bridge does look nice from this angle. So we'll go across the bridge again, and then we'll wait for the bus to take us back to West Brighton. Actually, we got stores that are open in New York anyway, so we'll take a walk from the bridge to 7-Eleven and hike it across the bridge again. I'm going to terminate this tape. I'm going to terminate this recording and make a phone call. So now, here we are, right here. Welcome to Elizabeth. Awesome experience. Now, before we go back, there's some rules to follow. This was only a test walk to go across Jersey, but our night walks won't start in Jersey until Sunday night. So hopefully we could get those started. But right now, we're going to make a grand return back to Jersey. We went the wrong way. All right, yeah, we thought that was the entrance to the bridge, but we went the wrong way. So here's the pedestrian walkway. Now, here's the pedestrian walkway. So now we're going back across. So now we just got to find a place to go to the bathroom. All right. We want to stay close to the right as possible. Wow. So, no, I was about to say, no, it's open. Okay. All right, remove that by my foot. All right. Let's get back to the bridge. Let's get back to the bridge. Okay, that was kind of like eerie because there's some broken up signs over here, but they don't mean nothing. So we're back to 3C. So we're back to the exit 3C, and we're now going back across the bridge. All right. Keep right. All right, so it's 48 minutes past midnight, and we're going back across the bridge. So we entered the bridge at 12:48 a.m. It was windy, but now it's less cold. So, but being that there's nobody up here, look how serene this is. And then we got that up ahead, and now we're walking back. Like I said, it's not the bridge itself, it's the incline. Once you walk up them, can't help you, but it's enjoyable. So let's see how long it takes us to get back across. Now look at that, you can still see One World Trade Center over there. I could be wrong, but that does look like the New York City skyline, but we're going back in different directions. So it's funny, but we're trying to obey rules and regulations. Wow, that's kind of like, wow. So now we know that the porta potty ain't there. I figured that. Enjoy the spectacular view. It's Jersey. I don't know. Now that the traffic toned down a little bit, I could talk softly. Well, it didn't take nothing but a minute to get across, but it took about an hour and a half if you take your time. But I love it. I love it. I'm glad I did this today. But man, yep, I was right. That big building over there, One World Trade Center, all that is the New York City skyline until you peer left. That goes into Bergen County and Bayonne. See, I can't name streets out here because one, there is no streets, but there's only a few streets that I could name out here. Like, that's Bayway right there. That's the street we supposed to go down on. But yeah, we can finally see the New York City skyline. Wow. New York City bridges. Let me see. What bridge that is walkable on that you want to see us do next? If we have to do this at night, then we have to leave early, because in New York City, transportation is scarier. I can't say scariest. It's kind of skittish at night because everything runs every hour, from the boat to the buses, and it would have to be an availability for us to get across. But we got a left lane closed. Look at that. The Manhattan skyline. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Manhattan skyline. And the funniest thing is, we're seeing this from the Goethals Bridge. And we just saw the Bayonne Bridge not too long ago. We got another plane going into Newark. That's pretty awesome, though. Another billboard we couldn't read. Hey, remember? In a few seconds, we'll be by the first pillar. But look at that. Look at that. 45 miles an hour. We got a truck pulling in downstairs. The lower level, street level. There's a train bridge, but we can't see it because it's not well lit. It's nighttime, it's not well lit. But I bet you I can come up here and get some awesome shots because it's nighttime. So, when I came back from Ohio, we went across this bridge after they built it. And I'm not going to give you a history lesson on this bridge, but it's amazing on what technology can do nowadays. So now, we've gone over that horrifying smell. This is where we smelled before, between Elizabeth and the Bay. Woo! So we're going over the Arthur Kill again. Now it's starting to get breezy. On the way back, I went over this bridge again. But it was kind of fun in a way, because I went over this bridge when I came back from Florida. I went over this bridge when we came back from Ohio. And we definitely went over this bridge when we came back from Dorney Park. And we definitely crossed this bridge twice when we went out to Six Flags with my granddaughter. You know, all that's better. Yeah, I bet you the workers on the bridge, I guess the guys that are working on this bridge are having a fascinating time with the view. I mean, always watch where you're going because you don't know what you might run into. Whew. And I thought it was, I like that though, because it tells you which lane is which. I-95, 1 and 9, and another interstate. Now that's the Staten Island side right there. Now you know how wide is the Arthur Kill. The Arthur Kill is not even wide. If you suck out the water between Staten Island and Jersey, I guarantee you, just like we did the bridge, we could walk across. There's another train bridge down here. That's the part of the lift bridge. I thought it was another bridge. No. That's another part of the lift bridge. That's the part I was following. Believe it or not. And it goes right into Staten Island. Now, there's the Bayonne Bridge again. The Verrazano Bridge. I bet you if we were over on that side, I bet you we will run into the outer bridge. Now look at this. Oh wow. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing because look at the lighting. You know what I like about the lighting? It's like it reflects off the columns. Wow. That shit's solid, bro. Like, wow. Tugboats. We're over the Arthur Kill now, and there's the lift bridge. I mean, the Bayonne Bridge, the Arthur Kill lift bridge, the train bridge, actually, but they call it the Arthur Kill lift bridge. The backdrop of New York City, because you can see the One World Trade Center right there, and the little bitty parts of Jersey on the left. Look at that. I never seen the entrance to the Arthur Kill until now. Howlin' Hook. The Bayonne Bridge. Now by the time we get over to Staten Island, to our side, all this is going to disappear except that. So, and there's the VC over there, peeking out through those hilltops. We did that bridge Sunday. We're going to do that bridge again, but this time we're going to push the envelope. Jersey. New York. And the AK lift bridge. We should say it's the AK train lift bridge. So we're back in the middle, actually. So if you split me in two, my right side will be in Jersey, my left side will be in New York. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Alright, technically, this is the middle of the bridge, and wow, you can hear how hollow these cables are, or even if they are hollow. It's funny. It's funny. $105. what I'm going to do. Alright. I'm going to go to the music. And music. Music. Nope. We gotta go into this to do that. No, there's no movies in there. You're getting a sneak peek of my playlist now, so now I gotta cut that out too. Alright, Alice Cooper, Belinda Carlisle, Bonnie Taylor. We'll start with Bonnie Taylor. It's a nice night out, and it's after 1. Alright, I didn't like that. 106. It's my hand is touching it. Vibration of the bridge. It's weird. Hello, Staten Island. We're back. We got the Howlin' Hook right there. And I really enjoyed today's trip. I really enjoyed today's trip. I'm going to cut off the camera to do alternate endings, and then we'll be back on the Staten Island. But let's take it easy for now, because we're jumping ahead. Let's finish out this walk and walk it out, because now we got all sides of Staten Island we're looking at now. So when you get off the approach, you will go into Staten Island. On my right side, you have 440 West Shore going out to the outer bridge. Then you got the 278 going towards Staten Island Expressway. So if you stay, when you're coming off the approach, you automatically go on to the SIE. Now, when you stay to the right side of the bridge, it would take you to the West Shore Expressway, which is the 440. And this is the first exit entering New York from the Jersey side, which is Forest Avenue. It's the first right when you get off the bridge. So we did this. We did the Goethals Bridge. But the disappointing thing was, when we got across, everything was closed. But we're going back to Staten Island. 7-Eleven's open over there, so we're going to go up to Forest Avenue and we're going to walk across. And word to the wise, you don't need money to do this. This is absolutely free. Absolutely free, 100%. If you're driving, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, we got a person up here, finally. Wait a minute, nope. Yeah, we got a person up here. Walking a dog? No. It's a scooter, a power scooter. And not only that, this walk is free, but if you drive across, you have to pay. And like most part of the borough, this side is cashless tolling. There we go. See, now we're overlooking Howland Hook. Now we're walking down the incline. We're walking down the incline into Staten Island. Wow, there's cameras everywhere. I must think that the view must be amazing from up there. Must be. We're not across yet because we usually see the gates. And we want to see any roller coaster pieces coming up this way. Roller coaster pieces. Funny. Remember that building over there? Well, that's where my urologist is, but he's on the 5th floor. That's where my granddaughter used to go to school too. We pass that every weekend on my way home from work. All of this going towards the West Shore, right? You got the Hilton Garden over there. You got that building over there, the teleport. And you got most of the shoreline where the train goes back and forth. Well, we have a freight service that goes over that train bridge. But I'm so happy right now. I'm getting emotional. I'm really getting emotional because it's fun. It's really fun. There's the Bayonne Bridge at full force. Now, I didn't say Gossels Bridge this time, but there go the Bayonne Bridge at full force. But if it wasn't for, you know what I'm going to do? Let's do this. Go in between the bars. There we go. See? That's the Bayonne Bridge. Now look how far into Staten Island we are. We count those boxes right there. So this is like the 4th box we encountered. So that's good. In case we need help, boom. Cell phones don't have service, you pick up one of those call boxes. Or you climb this and you make a phone call if you're stuck on the bridge. Now, as we are getting off the approach, you're going to start seeing the entrance of Howland Hook. Now, I used to work out here. I used to work over to your left. That's where Gatex used to be. You know what's there now? Amazon! is Amazon. And they took up most of that space. I know a lot of people that work over there at Amazon. Like Michael Lopez. My brother Frankie, he works over there. I don't know if he still does, but I got a lot of friends that work in Amazon. So there's our Forest Avenue exit. It's exit 4. Now we got cash. There's no cash involved. So I'm trying to see how much it is for cars. But it looks like it's $22.38, I think it is. So if you're entering into Staten Island, it's free one way, $22.38 going this way. And if you're driving the truck, God bless you. Because I can't afford it. They charged me $40 for this bitch because I was in a moving truck. And the son of a bitch had to be fucking like, the fucking shit was 2 axles and they charged me for 3. They don't supposed to do that. I could have disputed it, but it wasn't worth it. So we're going to have to pay $22.38. What is my battery life on this thing? It is not even. And how long did it take to get out here? Jesus. There goes the New York skyline. It's disappearing. As well, we say good morning and bye-bye. And there's the entrance to Howland Hook. And you know, it's funny. I used to work for Coca-Cola out here. So I know this area. Howland Hook, Staten Island's largest container port. As you see, they got an X marking that left lane is closed. So you have to use those 2 green arrows over there. Boom, bling. I was going to ask the cop, but good thing I didn't bother him. But if I see them again, got to be careful because I don't want to go home with ticks. Because I have been encountering weeds. And like I said, in these adventures, there's really no access to a restroom, so you gotta go in what you know. You got to go on what you know. Well, I like to thank you guys for joining me on my night walks. And I would like to do this again. But this time, go a little step further. Leave the house a little earlier. Go up to the train station and come back. Because I want to see what's really up there. I always went there. Last time I went to Great Adventure, I stopped at that gas station. I thought they were open 24 hours. Well, this was only a test walk. It was not really a walk. And there go my old job. Coca-Cola. Cookie-Cola. All right. Quickie. Howland Hook is renamed Port Liberty. New York Port Liberty. We have Western Avenue, Gothels Road North and South. Well, in other words, we only have Gothels Road North. But now, if we were able to go to that side, we get to see everything on that side. But this is Western Avenue, and then if we could get a shot of the city over there. We got a shot of the city over there. The view is amazing from the entrance of Port Liberty, Western Avenue, and Gothels Road. We're approaching the end of the bridge where we just started, and wearing these shoes fucking hurts my damn feet. So, another thing is, when you're doing walks like these, first rule is, don't be afraid of heights. Wear comfortable shoes. Dress in lighter clothing, because my clothing is a little bit darker. But I did this for a reason, for I won't see. But my camera got lights on it, so now they can see me. So now they can see me. So now I don't have to worry about it. Now let's go over here really quick. There's a plaque over here, and it tells you a story about the Gothels Bridge and Port Authority. The reconstructed bridge, the reconstruction of this bridge was in 2014, ended in 2018. Commissioned on June 30th, 2018. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. And look at this. Kevin O'Toole. And these are the people that actually took part in building of this bridge. It's amazing on how we find history, especially on both sides, the beginning and end. And you look around here, they even beautified it where you can actually know where to enter or exit. And this is where we walked. We walked all of this, and we're at the end now. Now, if this is all gated up, they can lock this part at any time. Because I notice my feet are starting to hurt. My feet are starting to hurt, and it hurts bad. Now, we're going to end it right where the toll plazas used to be. Pedestrians and bikes must exit. So in other words, what they're trying to say, we can't go that way. We must go that way. But here we are, right back at the beginning. And we're about to exit onto Goethals Road. Well, we're going to take this road up and up to Forest Avenue where we could pick up the 48. There should be a sidewalk on this side, so you're playing my song. Yeah, baby. Somebody lost the Audi front end. Well, it wasn't an innie. Wow. All right. So, but I know I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to be working right now. Okay. I'm not going to mention any addresses, but here we are at Port Authority. Now, this is where we wait for the bus, but that goes out to Amazon. All right. That truck might do the trick. All right. At the bus, but I don't want to stay on and go back to Amazon. Now we're going to continue up this way and find a bus stop and go home. Yeah, it's Richmond Terrace and Gulf Avenue. Okay. I could catch the 40 up this way. I forgot about that. Of course, the 40 has to wrap around this way, go up Gulf Avenue, but I ain't worried about it, so I can take the 40 back or the 48. Here we got the Goffles Road Community Trailer Park. I forgot the name of this trailer park now. It's the only one of its kind on Staten Island. I mean, must be interesting though. It'll be aggravating to live here because the bus only goes one way unless you make arrangements with a driver. Because last time we did this, the sky is totally clear. I'm like, it's totally clear. It's a gorgeous night out. I mean, it's a gorgeous morning. I could probably pull up the name of this home right here. At 1:35. Look at this, man. We're right. Look at this. We're on Staten Island already. But if we have to walk from bus stop to bus stop, that's going to be hard. Because tomorrow I have to go to work. I'm trying to see. My phone is on 82%. It's 136. I wish I could listen to, okay. What I'm going to do is, I think I made the right decision by walking up to Forest Avenue. I did this before, and when I used to work at Coca-Cola, I used to walk up here to Forest Avenue to catch the 48. If not, I usually catch the 40 to go home. So well, the 40 goes down this way, so we could pick up the 40 on the way back. So we're back in Jersey. Yay! Alright, we're gonna do this again. It looks like there's another fucking plaza coming here. Nope. So many changes around Staten Island, man. I mean, all the stores are closed. So here's the bus shelter, the first bus shelter I see. So I'm going to walk across this way. There should be a bus stop across the street. Wow. 4 lanes of deserted street. Wow. Oh. It's only me out here. Wow, I'm all the way up by Home Depot now. St. George in 14 minutes. There's the bus shelter right there. All right, we could hang out and wait for the 40 because it comes in 14 minutes. The reason why I have the camera on now is because of one thing. It's night. Actually, it's night, but it's after midnight and it's declared morning. So it's actually Thursday night. So as we're sitting here waiting for the bus, the bus should be here in 9 minutes. We should be seeing it now, so. The bus is coming in from, but there's no buses coming out yet. But we're waiting for the bus to leave, so I could do this. I could walk from stop to stop, but it's too close. Is the bridge playing peekaboo with us? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's playing peekaboo with us. It's nice and peaceful. Man. Oh. Wow. I think I burnt a hole in my fucking shoe, man. I can't do it because it's going to hurt my feet even more. But I'm going to probably do it a lot looser. Like, loosen them a little bit. Like this. Tighten loosen these up a little bit because, man, my feet are hurting. These fucking socks are gone. Look at it. These socks are gone. These socks are gone. Six minutes. You know what? The UA Theater. I've never been to this movie theater, but I did patrol it once. I'm surprised they didn't do anything with it yet. A lot of land, but there's a security vehicle there. They actually have security over here? Ow, 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 ow. 5 minutes. What I could do is I could fix it. Get a shirt that I don't want, cut it, and just sew it into the sock, making it part of it. I don't know, it's hard to tell because if it's the bus, then because it said bus is supposed to be here in 4 minutes. It's kind of funny, my feet started hurting the minute I got to the end of the bridge. Edward Curry Avenue. So it goes down. Wow. It has to go back down Gulf Avenue. So it has to go from Bloomfield, Edward Curry, then up Gulf Avenue again, and back onto Forest Avenue. So we are right here, waiting for the bus now. If I'm stumbling, there's a reason why I'm doing that. It's because my feet hurt. And I woke up and decided to do this walk. So, evidently, my feet are starting to hurt. But that 3 minutes of sitting here, like, really, actually, these were put here for you won't lay on the bench, but it's great when you have to get up. Oh, there he is. All right. I will watch the first half hour and I cut it off every like 15 minutes. So when I go home and do some editing, I'm going to cut these videos into 15-minute segments. We'll get off at when we get close. I don't know if it's the bus or not, but I don't feel like waiting another 32 minutes for a bus. They ain't going to move right away because it's the middle of the night. And these buses are sketchy at night. Two minutes. All right. All right. 4090 to St. George. All right, it's coming up now. So this, we should see it. Yeah, it should be coming up now because it's moving. All right, so as a result, I'm going to shut off my camera and turn it off when I get off the bus. But I'm going to enjoy this I'm going to enjoy this bus ride. I know it's called Nightwalkers, but some parts of the island are too long to walk. So I'm going to have to take buses to the majority of them. So there's a bus there. Okay. More hurt feet, but this is not bad because we are on Taylor Street. If we make a right on Taylor Street, we should make it to Trinner. I mean, that street over here, Trenton or Trinner, but I'll get the proper street the minute I get to the corner. But we're only a stop away, so it's not bad. So my feet were hurt a little bit, but not as much. So we just got off the 40. We got some interesting figures over there. And you see it is, I don't know what time it is, but we're walking up Trinity. That's it. Okay. We're walking from Richmond Terrace and Taylor to Trinity. So we're not too far from where we have to go. Of course, once we make this left turn, we'll take Trinity into Barker, and then the rest is history. But it's scary out here. So I'm used to it because I work nights, like I said, and I travel majority of the time at night. So it's quiet and serene. So we got one block, that's it, from here. So I'm going to turn my camera around again, and we're going to follow this on the way back to West Brighton. All right. I'm going to keep the light on to let people know that I'm in the street. They just put 2 new houses here. Wow. I wonder if anybody's going to buy that house. Too bad the real estate market is bad when it comes to houses. I like to buy a house on the street too. But the only downside is I have to walk to a freaking bus stop every morning. All right. It is still chilly out, but remember we came this way on the way to the bus stop? Because I know I did. Well, we didn't come this way. We're taking this way to get to Alaska. But I do recognize Alaska going down to the bus stop. And the reason why I'm walking in the street is because the fences and the sidewalk is a little bit narrow. All right. I don't want the element of surprise. All right. This is well lit. Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty. The cat looks like he got 2 heads. All right. All right, so we're on Alaska. Okay. All right, so now we're actually right behind the old sanitation. So this is what that church. Too bad I can't get a cup of coffee. That'd be nice. Virginia, a cab. You're way off. All right. Oh, New Hope. That's it. What time does this park close? I am curious because here's a sign over here that says the park is closed. But here's a sign over here, but yet the park is closed because it's nighttime. Let's take a look, shall we? All right, so here it says operating hours from 6 to 1. And as of now, we can't enter the park. And it's 2:16 in the morning. So now, if we enter the park now, it'll be a violation. So that means, even though the park is public domain, after hours, it's trespassing. They didn't get the new windows yet. I'm surprised. And these are the buildings that were first to be worked on. I like the lighting. The lighting is well presentable because the minute you enter the development, the lighting is well accommodatable, because now you can see everything throughout the development. Looked like the party broke up because the police were here about an hour ago, 2 hours ago. That building is completely empty. So now they're moving people from one building to another building. So everybody from 1075 is coming down to these two buildings. And that building over. 806. I've never been inside 806. But it's better without the fencing here. It brings the building to life. All right. Wow. Wow, blown out speaker. Uh-huh. See, this is my building right here. 1077. And look how it looks. Wow. They removed the benches out of the middle. Holy shit. It looks weird now because you used to see benches laying right here. Wow. Yeah. Building 7. Here we are. We made it back to West Brighton. We took the 40 to Port Authority, Goethals Bridge. We walked the bridge to Elizabeth near Bay Avenue, or Bay Avenue, and walked across again to Port Authority, walked all the way up to Forest Avenue to take the 40, got off at the wrong stop, and made it back. Well, thank you for joining us on today's adventure, or should I say tonight's adventure. Until next time, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Until next time, peace.